Hey everybody, it's your girl Renee Yvonne back to give you another video to help you recover lost time, rebuild your life, and rejuvenate your destiny along your journey after experiencing heartbreak. Today during this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how to get what you want out of your relationship. The reason why I wanted to make this video was because there's a lot of us that have never had tools and guidance in how to navigate a relationship. We end up in relationships where we are stagnant with someone, or we're wanting goals of commitment and maybe having troubles and difficulties of communicating that, or identifying if the relationship is going to move forward. And so I wanted to basically share these helpful tips with you that I've had to overcome myself when going for a healthy, whatever I define as healthy relationship, that basically would equate to my ultimate desires. And so I'm excited to share these 6 tips with you. So you definitely want to stay tapped in until the end of the video so that you can get all of them, because it's going to be pretty good. So let's get it. So the first method I stated to get what you want out of your relationship is to basically have a good relationship with yourself. When you have a good relationship with yourself, you basically are doing everything that you need to do as a self-containing system in a smaller view of what you want out of a relationship, which is a bigger view. So what I'm saying is that you're not expecting anything different than what you invest in yourself. You know yourself. You basically have established great self-confidence all by yourself, and you love on yourself by daily investment, by working out, or tapping into your passions and putting time into your goals, wants, needs. You actively participate in daily self accountability activities where you're giving back and you're pouring into yourself. Maybe it's yoga, maybe you read, whatever it looks like. You invest in yourself on a daily basis. And so when you're doing those things on a smaller scale, then you can fully anticipate that they will be happening on a bigger scale of a good relationship. Okay, so the next way to get what you want out of your relationship is by wanting a relationship and not needing one. Wanting and needing are two completely different things, two different types of energy. And so when you just want a relationship, that means that it's coming from a place of already knowing that you're enough. But understanding that you want more, you're ready for the next step. When you say that you need one, it comes from more of like a poverty type spirit, like you're lacking or you're not enough before you have the relationship. And so just wanting a relationship is a more healthier aspect, and it's a healthier place to project getting a relationship from that place. Like, you don't want to get a relationship where you're in a place of desperation. You don't want that kind of relationship where you're in a place of desperation, for like you need a relationship to fulfill you, because that just shows that you don't feel like you're adequate enough to be happy alone. And I always feel like people should be able to endure single seasons, be able to take care of themselves, be able to love on themselves without needing anybody else around. No succubus spirit. I don't need you in order to feel fulfilled. I'm fulfilled on my own. And so putting out that you want a relationship is a more healthier energy and perspective to attract a more healthier relationship into your life. Okay, so how to get what you want out of your relationship. Another way to do that would be to know what you're looking for out of your relationship and why. So let's take it a step further. So since you want a relationship and you don't need one, right? You basically want to establish the type of relationship that you're looking for. Let's get more specific, right? You're looking for a relationship where you want somebody that is an encourager and is very supportive and can deliver words of affirmation and they're very family oriented and adventurous, and they love to travel. So get more specific about the type of relationship that you are looking for. Is it polyamory? Is it monogamy? Like, what does it look like? And know why. Know why it is that you want the things that you do want, because if you know why, then you further understand yourself in a better way. Okay? Now, the next way to get what you want out of your relationship is to establish healthy boundaries and stick to them. You want to establish healthy boundaries. I believe that all partners in a relationship should know their boundaries and make it very clear to their partner as to what those boundaries are and why. This all plays into getting to know yourself before you hop into a relationship. You need to understand yourself. You have to understand, because if not, then you're going to not establish boundaries, and then the person that you're in a relationship with is not going to understand what lines to stand behind and which lines, if you're really serious and sincere, because you haven't clearly defined your boundaries. So what are they really looking for? It's just kind of like Rambo up in a relationship. You're just gonna slice and dice their way through a relationship. You want to establish healthy boundaries and stick to them, so that if you are being triggered, that everybody knows that this triggers you, and this would equate to this kind of result. And give people a chance. You have to give people a chance to try their best. And you have to give yourself a chance to have a successful relationship. So establish your boundaries and stick to them, okay? So another way to get what you want out of your relationship is just to take your time to get to know your partner through seasons. I always say winter, summer, spring, and fall seasons throughout life are super important to experience with somebody that you are in a relationship with. You want a season where they're happy, you want a season where they're sad, you want a season where they're battling something, you want a season where they're super successful in something. You want to see them through all 4 seasons. And I don't believe that you really, truly, honestly know somebody until you've experienced them in all of the seasons, because we're always constantly evolving, for one, and 2, it's always easier to be happy or to put on a good face or just to be a great person when things are going great in your life. But what about the seasons where things aren't going ideally the way that you want, or you don't have enough money, or you're falling out with this, that, and the third, or this happens and that happens? It's very important to see the character of an individual through these seasons. So you want to take your time to get to know your partner and make sure that you have a clear understanding and an idea of who they are through these seasons, and get to know them from that perspective without coming into the relationship thinking that you know them and you really have no idea, and you're just gonna find out the hard way. Okay? Because we're all not perfect per se. We're all striving to be the best that we can be, and so you want to have the most realistic you want to have the most realistic outlook on the person that you're going to be committing your life to, if you are moving towards a long-term committed relationship. Okay? So and you want to take your time, because you don't know how long the season's going to be. It could be immediate, it could be short range, it could be it could be 5 years, it could be 1 year. You could experience all these seasons. It could be 3 years, 5 years. Just take your time and don't rush it. Okay? Allow people to relax a little bit and show you who they are. Okay? And that's by action, not by words. All right, so you made it to the end of the video, but the last way to get what you want out of your relationship is to gauge your investment to match what's being given to you. So basically, this has everything to do with when you're in a relationship. It's basically like a huge pot. It's 2 people that are giving into a relationship, a container. And so you want to always make sure that you're calibrating your personal investment with the person that you're in a relationship with, their investment as well. So you want to always just gauge and get to know this person by what they have to offer, you in your life. I always talk about this on many of my videos, but when you're in a relationship with someone, the whole point of being in a relationship is so that that person adds on to your life. You want to make sure that you're very clear with what you want this person to add on to your life. Of course, being open, but the whole point is that they add, and then you're adding into their life as well. And that it's not just one party that's adding to, one person that's pouring into the other party, and the other party has really nothing to give. That's an unequally yoked relationship that is doomed from the start. So that's my advice to you on how to get the ideal relationship that you want. If these tips have been helpful to you, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to the Renew with Renee channel. It'll help support me and my kiddos on our journey. And also it lets me know that you like the content. Please comment below if you have any questions, comments. I love to vibe out. This is a community, and like I said, everything that I do videos on, I've been through personally, and I just am completely inspired to share my story and to provide the wisdoms that I've been given and share them with you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let's continue to recover lost time, rebuild our lives, and rejuvenate together. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Be blessed.